Tough topic to talk about, but here in Nevada we have one of the highest rates for suicide, and with 17 people taking their own lives nearly every day. Holly Davis, a clinical therapist with Solutions Recovery, is here to talk about the importance of talking about this topic. Like I said, very tough topic to talk about, probably don't talk about it enough, but today is World Suicide Prevention Awareness Day. Am I saying that correctly? I think so.
I think so.
So let's talk about what that really means.
Well, I think being aware of something that we can't ignore anymore, it's really happening, we really need to look at some of the numbers as well. Most of those are 17 to 25-year-old boys. So I think if we look at suicide awareness, we do need to be aware, but I think we need to look at what is life about, really? Why can't we make a life worth living? And life is precious. And I think this is what we really need to focus on today, directing them.
Definitely. That's astonishing to hear. You said, what was that age group one more time?
17 to 25-year-old boys.
And this is probably conversations that it's harder to talk to boys, parents feel like, in a sense. So what can parents do to bridge that gap?
Well, they go into their room, right? They're isolating. And I think isolating is one of the major signs that we all need to look at. If someone's isolating and you're not talking, something's going on that they're not able to handle, and especially boys. They need to get it out, and we need to talk to them. Go knock on the door. Don't even knock. Go in and find out what's going on.
We have to have these conversations. And what is the connection? Can you tell me a little bit between mental health and suicide here?
Well, I think mental health, I don't really like that word, mental health. I think it's something that people shun. I think really we need to think about getting help, asking for help. And I think that if you have depression or anxiety, and so many people are suffering from depression and anxiety, if you have it, if it goes untreated, this is what happens. It's suicide. This is the outcome, and it's so treatable. So people can get help, and they need to ask for help. And I think some of the things that we need to really think about is filtering what we watch, having good friends and not isolating, asking for help, and perhaps a little faith.
Of course, and if we find those things maybe a little too hard, where can people turn? Because they can turn to strangers, hotlines, things like that at any time.
I always press for talk to safe people. Talk to safe people. I'm a safe person. I'm a therapist. My number is 702-626-9400. Call me. I'll get you help. You can always call 911. Worst case scenario, if you don't remember anything about today, Suicide Prevention Day, call 911. If you're in that place where you don't feel like you can go on and you need help, you probably do need help. There's a suicide prevention hotline that's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can call Solutions Recovery. We'll have some solutions. Ask your parents. Ask your teacher. Kids can go right to the school counselor. You can go to the hospital, or you can go to your doctor and say, I'm not feeling like myself. I don't feel good. Get help.
Yeah, and these are, again, conversations we need to have before it's too late. And that's why it's important to recognize a day like today.
Oh, it's so important. There's nothing more important today for me to be here and talk about this, because I think this awareness and really pressing the issue that asking for help, because we can't help you if you're hiding, and hiding is one of the most serious signs, is that isolation again. If they're hiding, or if you're not asking for help, or you don't want to come out of your room, or you don't want to get up, something's wrong.
Again, if you or if anyone you know has ever contemplated suicide, please reach out. The staff at the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is always available. Their number, 1-800-217-5632. Thank you so much for coming in and talking about this. Stay with us, you guys.